876.
LoveLine is meant for an adult audience. LoveLine may contain sexually oriented content. Listener discretion is advised.
Adam Carolla, Dr. Drew.
I'm not modeling anymore for the two of you.
LoveLine.
Yes, it is LoveLine. I'm Adam Carolla. That is Dr. Bruce over there filling in for Dr. Drew. His last night in here. Dr. Drew will be back Sunday night. Phone number 1-800-LVE-191. Fax number 310-854-4455. Dr. Bruce is board certified. He's an addiction medicine specialist. He removes tattoos from prisoners while they're incarcerated, and he specializes in emergency medicine.
Didn't you want to say hi to the guys at Chino?
Hi, guys.
All right.
They're allowed to have radios?
Yeah, they like you, actually.
If I was a warden, here would be my policy. Only AM.
Only AM.
The only FM station I'd let my prisoners listen to were the traffic stations.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be great? You're locked up in a 6x8 cell and you're just listening to traffic reports all day. I'd just pipe it into the entire... I would pipe traffic reports in every 15 minutes of the entire prison. Yeah. MxPx is our guest tonight. Yuri, Mike, and Tom are all here. And when were you guys in here last?
Never.
Never?
Never in here.
Well, how come?
A new room for us.
How come?
Yeah, because how
come?
How come I think you've been in here, or how come? Oh, okay.
Theme music.
Now I know what it is now. I did a commercial, a radio commercial, with one of your songs, or talked about MxPx.
Yeah.
What was it for?
It was for our last album.
It was.
For the Silicon Valley Buffalo record.
That's right. Okay. Now, see, I'm not insane. Because that's just how my mind works. We have so many guests. We do this night after night. I'm usually drunk, and I can never remember. But I know, I was thinking, yeah, I know I had these guys on, or I did something with MxPx, and now I know what it is. All right, good. So I'm not nuts. That was on the radio, right?
Yeah.
That was.
When did I do that? Do you remember? You have my date book there?
A couple years ago.
Right. Right, so
Summer
that
'98.
Slowly Going the Way of the Buffalo's the last CD, and the new one's not out yet, right?
Right.
Nope.
And when is that coming out?
Spring.
Oh, okay.
Spring this year. Yeah.
And that is the ever passing moment.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
MxPx. Where are you guys from, by the way?
Bremerton, Washington.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And everybody's from there?
Yep.
Yeah, we all
Basically.
went to the
Seattle.
same high school, you know.
And everyone met in high school, started the band in high school?
I met
much.
Tom in 8th grade, and we were kind of like both drummers in different bands and kind of friends. And then I met Mike the end of 9th grade,
Yeah.
and we just all kind of...
Did you have any bad names for the band before MxPx?
Oh man, I was
MxPx
in
is bad.
bad band names. I had a band called Gone Wrong and stuff like that.
We still do have a bad band name.
Yeah.
Well, it's not.
We're stuck with it.
No, but it works.
Yeah, it works.
Yeah.
I have no idea what it means, but it works.
Let's just
That's
leave
why
at
it
that.
works.
Does it mean anything?
That's why it works. That's why we
Yeah.
So you
It's a
guys-
long story we've told way too many times.
Yeah, I know. This is the one part about my job I lament. I have to ask the stupid questions that people get asked over and over and over again. Like David Arquette comes in here and he's talking about Scream 3, and I go, "Are there plans to do Scream 4?" And he's like, "Oh, Christ, every goddamn time." But you know, what am I gonna do?
Yeah.
All right, where'd you get the goddamn band name? Come on.
Go for it. Do it, Mike. Do
Hit it, Mike.
Oh,
Come on, Mike.
Okay.
Go, Mike. Go. Go to the next song.
It used to mean, well, it does. It stands for magnified plaid, and the reason we called ourselves that was because we thought it was funny.
Yeah.
But the
Right.
reason we thought it was funny was because our old guitarist Andy wore this plaid shirt. Like every show we played, he'd wear this big plaid shirt.
Right.
And one of our friends said, "That's magnified plaid."
And when you're
And-
15, that's funny.
When you're 15, that's
And
hilarious.
Very funny.
for some reason. Yeah, there you go.
But MxPx works out.
There's more to that story, but
Yeah, so we basically, you know, on our flyers we put MxPx, like MP, but MP sounds like military police.
Right.
So
right.
we said
That's
the
right.
X's, and
Spice it up.
It's stuck.
MxPx, by the way, is going to play Board Aid over at Bear Mountain on the 10th,
if that happens,
11th, and 12th. It may not happen.
the actual show may not happen.
Why not?
If it happens, we're playing.
Sponsorship problems.
Uh-huh. right.
Hopefully it happens though, because good cause, good place to play. Yeah.
Adam's got lots of money now. Why don't you ask him to
There you go.
sponsor?
Look at
Yeah.
the Adam.
Yeah.
I'll dig into my very, very deep pockets and put on a show. It'll be like something from the Archies. I'll put on a show.
Do you get royalties from Toyota ever? Or?
No, they give me nothing. The name is spelled slightly differently. Although I was driving around yesterday and I was in my car and I heard the all-new Corolla. And I was listening to it, and it usually doesn't strike me, but I thought, I wonder if when people hear this, if people that know me think of me. And then I thought, I bet they don't. Or if they do, they think of something bad.
We were discussing it in the parking lot.
What a crappy car.
What an a-hole. All right, Bob is... Bruce, what are you doing with the stick-ons there? It's a little confusing.
I gave you a choice. This is
Hey, give me a
normal
choice.
adolescent
All right,
developmental
get out of
issue
it.
and
Shh,
usual
quiet.
love
Bob. Jesus. Bob? Bob.
Yes.
Caller goes by the name Bob. You're 35.
Yes.
What's up?
You know, I like to put when I get home from work, I like to put peanut butter on my penis and on my rear end, and I like my dog to lick it. And I was just wondering if there's any kind of infection I could get.
I really wish you
good
did
voice.
do that, Bob.
Yeah.
I wish you did. It'd make for a good call, but I just don't believe you.
It's
Yeah.
one of those urban legends.
They love Skippy.
Is Skippy the name of your penis, or is that the brand of peanut butter you rub on yourself?
It's peanut butter. I'm not lying.
Yeah, Whippy and
You're
Skippy.
not.
No, I'm serious, doctor.
Listen.
Where are
okay.
you calling from?
I'm calling from Des Plaines.
Yeah.
What kind of dog do you have?
A Labrador
Uh-huh.
and a Chihuahua.
Yeah. Does Drew do an accent like that?
Excuse me?
No. All right, Bob.
Bob.
Bob, there's a teenager strung out on heroin who are this close to killing themselves.
Bob-
They're on hold. Okay, idiot?
Bob sounds like tertiary syphilis of the brain. That's very sick. No, really. I think we should point out bestiality is really quite.
Listen, I don't have a problem with bestiality.
Yeah, I know you don't. So I'll just speak for the normal masses. No, really, it's a very sick.
Okay, let me explain why I don't mind bestiality.
Good.
Can I respond?
All right, I'll explain. I'm thinking to myself, like, we had a guy called in it must have been a year and a half ago now. He was performing fellatio on his dog. He also would have his dog mount him and enter him, and people were calling up and they were outraged. They wanted to kill this son of a bitch. My feeling is as a dog, you have a few choices in life. You know, you could be pulling a fat Eskimo across some tundra. You could be at the airport sniffing out bombs and pot, or you could be getting a BJ from your owner.
You believe that.
So that's a number one. You know, this dog gets to sleep on the bed.
Did he
That's all
smoke
I'm
after-
saying.
Did the dog smoke after sex?
Number two, you think the dog knows he's being exploited? No. Listen, the dog is. If the dog humps sofa pillows, don't you think he'd be glad to hump an owner? Do you know what I'm saying? How bad is it for the dog? You think the dog's friends are making fun of him?
You know, this.
The dog's probably on top of him going, yeah, who's the master now? Yeah. I mean, how is that exploitation of a dog? It doesn't know what's going on. I don't think it's so bad, and it keeps this sicko occupied. He stays in, humps the dog, and meanwhile the kids get to play in the schoolyard unmolested.
Okay, if this guy was going out with an ugly woman, and you know there aren't any ugly women, but just to use your terminology, you would
haven't
start
been out in a while.
Yeah, well, you would delve into this guy's relationship with his mother and everything. Now this guy's sex with a dog, and you're not even asking those questions.
Obviously sick, but it's a agreement he's struck between him and his dog, and they're staying home. And no, I don't have to see it, and
Right.
that's
What-
fine with me.
that would
And the
imply-
dog is fine. Believe me, the dog is fine.
It would imply that it's a viable choice for you, also. Then, if you consider it that.
Give me a couple of tall boys, we'll talk. Mike,
Hey, Adam.
you're 17.
Yeah, my ex-girlfriend left me for this real jackhole,
Yeah.
and she dated him for about 2 months now. And I was at a club tonight because I'm still in high school. I was still in a club tonight, and I saw him there with another girl, and they were pretty much like going at it. But it wasn't her; it was some other girl.
Yeah.
Should I tell her that I saw it? I still care about her, and I'm so crazy about her.
Yeah.
Should I tell him to lay off and be faithful, or should I tell her?
No. I don't think you're going to get her back just because he's
No,
cheating.
It's not that. It's just I don't want her back. It's
You don't?
I care about her as a friend.
You'd take her back.
Yeah, I know she's hot. I mean,
All right, get your story straight, Mike. You're still into her.
The issue's not whether or not you tell somebody. It's I pick up when I listen to you. The codependency thing, the not breaking off the relationship and it's over and it's none of your business what she does anymore. You're still emotionally involved.
Oh
Yeah.
yes. All right. So Mike.
yeah.
Here's what you need to do. She's done with you. You're 17. I mean, you guys know, you guys all been through this, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's
I mean, this is like that first big breakup. You're obsessed with her. You can't stop thinking about her. Every song means something.
Michael Bolton is a philosopher at this point.
Right. He's a sage, this man. Yes.
It's not like that, though. It's like I'm like, I care about her as a friend now.
Yeah, but you just got done.
I look out for it. And, yeah, it still hurts, but... like you said in your book, it takes 1 month to 15 months to get over someone, but you're eventually going to get over it.
All right, I never read that. I don't remember writing it. We just had some ghostwriter out of New York write that entire thing. I just showed up for the cover photo session, and that was it. Listen, when have you... I mean, seriously, we always talk in terms of, oh, well, I mean, we're over, but I still care about her. When have you lost your feeling to be with someone, but still really cared about their day-to-day existence? And the answer is really never. When you're done, you're done. Right. And this guy's not done, and he has to admit it to himself. But I don't think he's going to win her back by sabotaging her current relationship. He's got to move on. It's just going to get him more tied up in it.
Self-esteem will be in the...
Right. He's got to get back. Cher? Cher. Shar.
Shar.
Sorry, Shar.
Hi.
You're 22. What's up?
Well, my boyfriend had a hickey on his neck, and he told me he must have gotten it from his dog or cat.
Oh. Wow. Hold on. There's nothing wrong with a little foreplay. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I think.
No.
Yeah, wouldn't he wouldn't know if it was from his dog or his cat, huh?
Yeah, I know he doesn't let his animals sleep with them, but he told me he don't know where it came from. It had to be from one of them.
Does he know his animals in the biblical sense, or what are we dealing with here? Is he? I
feel like he is playing me. Yeah, I don't think you'd forget a dog or a cat sucking on your neck if you're awake, and his animals don't sleep with him.
Yeah, I do not think a dog or cat is capable of giving a hickey.
Unless it's a kitten or a puppy and he's got an extra numerary nipple on his neck.
And this hickey was like the size of one of those $50 pieces, so, I mean, it wasn't no small hickey.
All right. Shar, why are you with him?
Actually, I broke up with him because I didn't believe him, and I thought that was just,
Good.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Being a player.
Right. Okay, good. You did the right thing.
Okay.
All right.
But I do have a question. I believe he's playing me. I don't want him back or anything, but 2 weeks before that, he asked me to marry him. And just for the understanding of I've never been played before, why would a player do that? And I have a son, and he got all close to my son, and I mean...
It gives him a stable base of operation. If he has the security of always being able to go back to you, and he's asked you to marry him, now he's going to even act out more frequently. And that sounds like what he did.
Hey, Shar?
Yeah?
Yeah, focus on your kid, would you?
Oh, I am.
And enough of these goofball guys.
Put myself to my kid, but I just wanted,
All right. I don't care.
But
I'll tell you, what is up with the hick? It's funny when you're, and this guy's obviously an idiot because anyone who's getting, I got to find out how old he is. Shar?
Yeah?
How old is this guy?
He's 23.
Okay, he's an idiot.
He could at least have picked a sucking animal.
Hey, man, I'm 23.
Well, no, you're not 23. I mean, you're not an idiot by virtue of the fact of being 23. But the deal is the thing I find funny about sex is the hickey is there to prove that you've done something. Mm-hmm. And like when you're younger, it's all about having some evidence. Mm-hmm. Some panties, smell my finger, check out this hickey. You know what I'm saying? It's all about evidence that you actually got to be with someone of the opposite sex. But then as you get older, it kind of becomes the opposite. Mm-hmm. It's like you start covering your tracks. You don't want evidence that you've been with somebody. It's strange how that works in life. Now, when you're in your 20s and you're walking around with a hickey on your neck, by the way, if you're cheating, don't let the person give you a hickey. I will wear a whiplash collar into the whorehouse when I'm cheating. Hey, you know what I mean? I'll spray apple bitters on my neck just in case anyone gets any ideas. All right, idiot. Andrew.
Hey.
You're 16.
Yeah.
What's up?
Okay, my girlfriend claims she's a virgin, but she's on the pill. Now, she says it's because of her acne and that it's supposed to cure them, but I think there's more behind that. Like, she's very emotional, right? And for somebody that's never been physically active before this relationship, she's very loose when it comes to, like, down south or whatever. And I think there's more, like, kind of incest going on, but I don't know how to bring it up. And if not, who do I call?
Do you always talk that rapidly and intensely?
No.
Okay, well, it's very irritating.
Although he does answer that question very intensely. What do you mean she's a little loose downstairs?
Like, it doesn't take her long to get loose. Like, we'd be making out for maybe, like, not even, like, 2 minutes at the most, right? And, like, she's all ready to go.
Yeah, well, it didn't bother you at first. Now it bothers you because you think she's messing around with somebody else.
Right. And, like,
well,
very kind of, like, emotional.
Hey, but listen, Matlock, just because she gets excited doesn't mean she's not a virgin.
No, I know that, but, like, her dad's a really strange guy, and, like, he's, like, I've met him a couple times, and he's very strange, and, like, you know, it's not right. She's, like, very, very emotional.
Well,
Like,
what about her hymen? Have you run into that?
no.
Wouldn't you have a hymen if you're a virgin, Bruce?
Yeah, well, you know, riding horses can alter that
Yeah, she doesn't
structure.
ride
She riding any horses?
Listen, there are more teenage females, hopefully, on birth control pills for non-birth control reasons than there are using it for birth control.
Really?
So,
why?
Because it's really a nice way to have regular periods. When you have your hormones raging up and down
Bruce,
ovarian.
try to keep a consistent distance from the mic. I know you talk like you're an Italian chef or something. But
if I get too close,
Bruce, this is the females are raging hard.
They don't find you.
Then
very
don't
funny.
put your hands on. Just keep.
Okay.
Just stay consistent. Let's do the radio. Here we go. Ready? Go.
If
I
only
swear to
you
God, I
could-
try to help him. Each and every time I try to help him, but he can't help
You know,
himself.
I'm really into this tonight, and
I know,
now
but
you've hurt
don't
my
move your
feelings.
hands.
All
Keep
right.
your head still. Oh, move your hands, but keep your head still, at least.
Okay.
All right.
So,
So,
Andrew.
more women are on birth control.
Well, teenage girls. I said.
Teenage
It's
girls
to
for other
regulate-
reasons.
Regulate the menstrual.
And what about
cycle.
the skin?
What do you mean?
That's you, Bruce. What about skin? She says it's for her skin.
Well, it's not specifically for the skin, but if the cycles are regular, then the acne will be less of a problem. So her story is very plausible.
All right.
Listen, don't put that thing in my mouth.
I'm going to mount it to your head like
Seems
a
like,
oat bucket.
Seems like they just use regular acne medicine for that.
Yeah.
Well,
It's a lot less annoying. You don't have to like keep on a schedule.
Well, in terms of going to a physician and having typical adolescent female complaints, it's not unusual to be started on birth control pills. So this guy sounds really quite suspicious and paranoid.
Yeah, Andrew, why are you freaking out so much?
I've had bad relationships in the past.
Okay, so that means everyone you get hooked up with is automatically bad then,
Not
right?
necessarily.
All right. Well, why don't you just relax and enjoy your youth a little?
Okay.
And enjoy some of mine while you're there. I don't know where it is.
I have to admit, you are funny.
Oh, thank you.
But have a good night.
Okay.
Bye.
All right. Man, I
He's so
blame
very-
the show. Yeah, I think we
The
get.
dad.
Yeah.
Dad's a little weird. She's a little loose south of the border.
Hey, he said that all.
And he's got her in bed with Dad.
Georgia?
That's very, very strange.
Yeah, I mean he's jumping right to it. Chris,
Hi, yeah.
you're 19. What's up?
I'm first MxPx. I felt like so much more comfortable when I heard y'all's voices. I grew up listening to your music.
Wait, I recognize you. Who are you?
I'm Chris.
Hi.
I just wanted to say that. Okay, this is about a month ago. It's hard for me to talk about. I was in a bar where I know the bartender, and I was drinking, and I got really drunk. And I met up with an older guy there, and he asked me if he could go back to my apartment where I live by myself. And I blacked out, and I don't know if we had sex or not. And he told me we didn't, but, like, the next day when I woke up, I was really sore, and I was bleeding. And now I think I'm pregnant. I don't know. And I'm wondering if there's any way besides being pregnant, knowing if I had sex with him or not.
How long ago did this happen?
Over a month ago,
And where was he the next morning when he came to?
in my bed.
But he said you didn't have sex.
Yeah, I asked him, like,
Right.
right away, and he told me we didn't, but I was really sore and I was bleeding, and I just don't know.
There's no way to tell. And
Wow, wait a minute.
That's a pretty good sign.
if it was him specifically.
Was he smoking?
No.
No, because that's what happens, at least in the movies. You got a 46-year-old guy laying next to you in bed. Are you undressed?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you figure in your sore, you figure you had sex with him. That's
signs point to yes.
yes. You know what I mean, Chris?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, definitely the best thing to
Look,
do would be.
She's real upset, and I think this is something you probably, in the back of your mind, you were unfortunately pretty sure happened. And the thing you need to do is have a pelvic exam and have a pregnancy test and talk to somebody. You go somewhere like family planning, and these are very empathic, caring people that will sit down with you and talk about it. That's what you really need.
You think he put something? Bruce will talk to you off the air.
Yeah, because
Okay.
I'm an empathic, caring person also.
Yeah,
contrary to what Adam said.
I'm going to pee and yell at our producer. Chris, do you think he put something in your drink?
I don't know. He was buying me drinks. I don't know. I was just really stupid.
Well, do you have a problem with alcohol?
Yeah.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
All right. Well, see, this is,
Well, and
maybe
blackouts
you should
are...
look at slowing down a little with the drinking, too, right?
Well, yeah, I've been told that. I've been in therapy, for about a year, but I quit.
Yeah, from what you've described, blackouts, for instance, are red flags and markers for genetic alcoholism. So at this point, for someone, a physician like myself, to say you're alcoholic from the evidence, you've arrived at that point. And the question now would be to, I think, deal with the trauma of what happened to you. And
people,
really...
I've known a handful of people have blacked out, and that doesn't mean pass out. That just means you don't know where you are and you can't remember a thing you've done. I, by the way, wish I'd blacked out many a time because I can remember vividly all the disgusting, horrible, debaucherous things I've done. I mean, I remember vomiting in a ice maker in Tijuana. I remember doing other things in Tijuana that I don't even want to talk about. I remember I urinated in the ice machine. That was in Orange County, actually.
I just had a revelation.
I remember every stupid thing I've ever done drunk. And that means I'm not an alcoholic, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
When you're an alcoholic like Chris is, you black out, and then horrible guys
Sounds like a
do
little
horrible things to you.
rationalization. Not all alcoholics black out.
I did some gay porn in the late 70s. Well, I'll see it, but I remember it.
Is there
I
any
surely
connection?
do.
Is there any connection with your sympathizing with bestiality calls and what you did in Tijuana under the influence?
I'm an atheist. Okay. We'll take a little break. MxPx is here tonight. We're going to hear something off their CD. When we come back, Dr. Bruce will be back with a newfound respect for radio after this.
LoveLine. We'll be right back.
Honey, I took a first response pregnancy test. Jenny's getting a brother or sister.
Great, but you're only a day late.
It works that soon.
First response. So advanced it can be used as soon as the first day of your missed period. No at-home tests work sooner, and it's over 99% accurate in lab tests. Use as directed. See your doctor as recommended.
Jenny, you're gonna have a baby to play with.
Where is it?
Growing in Mommy's tummy.
Better get it out now.
Why?
There's no room in there.
First response. Nobody tells you sooner.
According to scientists who study this stuff, people blink their eyes 20,000 times a day. So if you're not careful, you could easily miss how fast Geico Auto Insurance starts working on your claim. Often we can handle details in hours instead of days. And in just 15 minutes, or roughly 210 bats of an eye, Geico could save you 15%. So call Geico at 1-800-947-AUTO. You may blink twice when you see the savings. That's 1-800-947-AUTO. Geico Direct, the sensible alternative.
Hi, I'm Serenity, and these are my friends, Missy and Stephanie.
You know, a lot of things happen to us every day that we have no control over.
But HIV and other sexually transmitted diseases aren't things that just happen to you. You do have a choice.
You can choose to use a condom, have safe sex, and take control of your life.
Asking for a condom isn't stupid. It's smart. It shows that you care about yourself and your partner.
You can do something about sexually transmitted diseases.
Use a condom.
Every partner.
Every time.
We do.
A message brought to you by Wicked Pictures and AIDS Project Los Angeles. Oh, come on, have a drink.
No thanks.
Just one little drink.
I don't want to.
Chicken, everyone else is.
I said no.
What a nerd. One little drink won't kill you.
You've heard it all before. Be cool. Join the crowd. Have a drink even though you're not 21.
Let's go. She's no fun.
Make the right choice. Don't give in. Underage drinking is dumb and dangerous.
Look out!
A public service message from the National Association of Broadcasters and this station.
Somewhere in our community is a mother whose drug abuse once left her unable to care for her kids. There's a father, too, whose alcohol use drove his wife and children away. There's a boyfriend whose drug use frightened his girlfriend into giving him an ultimatum: get help or I'm gone. Help is available. It's in the form of treatment programs for drug abuse and alcohol problems, and the good news is that these programs are making a big difference in people's lives. With proper treatment, mothers and fathers, sweethearts and coworkers, friends and neighbors are overcoming drug and alcohol problems and reclaiming their lives. Isn't it great that treatment works? To find out about drug and alcohol treatment programs that can help, call 1-800-662-HELP. That's 1-800-662-HELP. There is help, and it works. A public service of this station and the Center for Substance Abuse Treatment.
Dad, I don't think our campfire's totally out.
Are you kidding me? I know when a campfire's out. Did you drown the fire with water and stir it with a stick? No, it's out. We don't have to. Who said that?
Frank, it's a talking moose with sunglasses.
And a bunch of singing and dancing forest animals.
We know we can count on you to do what Smokey says.
And when your folks desire to build a fire, clear brush and branches away, and keep water nearby like you oughta. Okay, I poured water on the fire. I stirred it with a stick. Everybody walked slowly toward the RV.
Dad, these are just Smokey's friends.
Only you can prevent forest fires.
Frank, it's Smokey.
Nice hat, Smokey. Want the rest of my peanut butter sandwich?
Dad!
Visit Smokey at www.smokeybear.com. Brought to you by the USDA Forest Service, the National Association of State Foresters, and the Ad Council.
It's the LoveLine, and you know what I love about Dr. Bruce? I just get done yelling at him about doing radio. 2 nights this week he shows up after the show begins. Here's my point with Bruce, and I, people give me a hard time for giving him a hard time, but let me just give you my take on Bruce.
Just be nice.
He's a squirrely guy, but he's a nice guy. And he's a great guy, and he's a qualified guy. But this is a huge national radio show. And he's comes from, he lives in Redlands and works at in some refrigerator box of a hospital over there. And this is a huge opportunity for him.
Oh, yeah.
Now, the fact that he takes this huge opportunity of a national radio show and shows up, let's say, 5 minutes late 2 nights in a row, that's bizarre to me. You know what this is? This would be like Susan Anton begging to give you a blowjob and you not taking a shower beforehand. Wait, I gotta think of more current. Let's say Pam Anderson. This show's like a big, beautiful blonde that wants to go down on you, and you're saying, "I'll think about it," and then when you finally do, you don't even wash your junk.
12 years. How many times have I been late?
In 3 days, how many times you've been late? That's the way I like to put it.
Risking my life on the freeways.
All right. MxPx is our guest tonight. We have Yuri and Mike and Tom all here from the band. We're going to hear something off their, wait a minute. We're hearing something off an old CD, right?
Right.
What CD are we hearing
Actually,
something
our
off
live CD.
We're hearing it from live.
It's our latest release.
Ah,
The
really?
live record.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that didn't say anything about that here. All right, so when is the okay? You got a live CD out. All right, now it's all starting to make sense because I couldn't figure out why we're playing something off an old CD, but now I know it's a new CD. It's an old song.
Yeah,
Here we go. So this is you queued up there, Anderson? Yeah. Yes. Anderson, you queued up? Yeah. Okay. Okay, well, say no then if you're not queued up.
No, not quite yet.
Picking on that
ready
guy
to kill
too.
myself.
Me and him, huh?
All right, we'll take a call.
Uh-oh.
We'll take a call. I just mean if you're not ready to go, just say no. Angie,
What's going on?
you're 19.
Yes. Well, I was wondering, I've been dating my boyfriend for about 3 months, and we reviewed chlamydia, hepatitis, all that kind of stuff. And we basically use the pull-out method. And I'm just scared about getting pregnant, or I don't know, how effective is it?
A pull-out method?
Very ineffective, right?
No, it's rough on the comforter too.
Well, we usually use a towel.
Use a towel?
Yeah.
Is he drape that across you like a maitre d' when he carries out the wine? Or how does he do that?
Well, we basically put it under me.
He put the towel under you?
Yeah, or under him, whichever, who's on top.
Uh-huh. So you basically just catch runoff, but you don't get it at the source?
No.
No, I see. Because that's not romantic.
One time I almost did. Or I thought I got some in me, but I don't think I did.
Yes, you did. Every time you do, because there's pre-ejaculate that has sperm running around in it. So it's just a miracle that you haven't gotten pregnant thus far.
And that kind of thing is hard to time because sometimes you're kind of going before you know you're going. Exactly. I mean, it's not much of a science.
What's wrong with the birth control pill or condoms and foam?
Well, the latex actually irritates me.
Polyurethane.
Yes, and
there's
you can use polyurethane.
They're non-latex condoms.
Yeah, they're like $20 for 3 of them.
All right. And what do you think a college education costs these days, Angie?
Oh, I know. Believe me.
Okay.
Birth control pills.
Yes.
What about that?
Well, they really irritate my whole cycle.
Yeah.
So.
How many different pills have you tried?
I've tried actually
Low.
only one, and that was when I was 16.
Okay, well, I think that's, unless you're really anxious to become a mom real quick.
No. And plus, you don't want, no kid wants a retard raising them. You know what I'm saying? You tried the pill. You tried one of the many pills 3 years ago.
Yes.
Go out and get a new pill. You can just get it adjusted. Find one that works for you. All right?
Okay.
All right, and stop this pull-out routine, all right?
Okay.
He can get his little...
What?
He can have his procedure to have his tubes tied.
No, they won't do that. How old is your boyfriend?
He is 22.
Yeah.
He's actually very conscious, and I think that he actually can control it.
No.
Well, listen, he can come close, pardon the pun, but you never know.
But it's normal to have fluid come out before the orgasm, okay? That's physiologic, and that fluid does have a small number of sperm in it, enough to get you pregnant.
Right.
So it's not an issue of his control.
Right. All right. You good there, Anderson? All right. Now we're going to hear something live from the MxPx, and this is called Chick Magnet.
All right, here goes, here goes. He knows just what to do when it comes to the Well, he ain't got a girlfriend, you know. Someone to sing that song to. He's gonna settle down, yeah. Winning these times, let's all go soon. All right, everybody.
And that would be MxPx, Chick Magnet, off their live CD. And that sounded real good.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can make 15 people sound really good when you like triple the tracks and all that stuff.
Where'd you record that?
We recorded, we did that live record August of '98.
Washington, D.C. and Philadelphia, 2 shows, and just put the best songs from the 2 shows.
And
onto it.
So you just now will you play basically the same set for both shows and then just pick the song that went the best that particular night?
Pretty much. Yeah.
And how much screwing with it after? I mean, that sounded really tight. It sounded clean. It sounded really good. Did you have to mess with it much?
A little bit, and then the guys who mixed it messed with it a bit too, just EQing and stuff like that.
Right.
Making things sound good. I mean, the guys who did it, Bill and Stefan from All, used to be in the Sentence. They have a studio out in Colorado, and they're just really good.
Yeah,
punk rock thing.
You know, the thing about I love live CDs because they have the energy, but sometimes they fall a little short musically.
Right.
And at least that one sounded real good. But
we also try really hard to play good live.
Yeah, it sounded like it. All right, Bruce.
Yes, sir.
You got a call picked out there? Yes, you do. Paul?
Hello?
You're 15?
Yeah.
What's up?
Oh, well, I have this problem, like, whenever I, like, pee, like, it, like, comes out in 2 separate streams, kind of like windshield wiper spray.
Right.
It makes a mess. It goes all over the magazine rack and the toilet paper and the garbage can, and it pisses me off. And I want to know if that's normal or whatever.
Is this a constant thing?
Yeah, it happens, like, every time.
Was it ever normal? Is this something new, or has it always been this way?
I don't know. It's been this way for, like, the past 6 months or so.
No. This is a BS call.
You think so?
Yeah, I don't believe you, Paul.
Okay.
Why?
You know why? Because he's saying the exact same thing I said a couple of years ago when I was talking about coming out in a split screen. Split stream. I was talking about coming out like wiper spray. I'm trying to think where I did this.
Stand-up
You're
routine.
doing my stuff, Paul. Come on. Admit it.
What are you talking about?
Oh, see, now that's lying.
He started.
Do you catch that? What are you talking about, that righteous indignation? Come on, Paul. I want you to pee right now.
I did already.
Go to the bathroom and let's pee.
Adam can see you.
Do you want me to?
Yes.
He's watching.
Okay.
All right.
I'm going.
Okay.
And you're going to just stay on the line here?
You're going to walk over with the phone, and I'm going to hear you pee in the toilet, and I better hear 2 streams. And I can tell 2 streams.
He can tell the difference between 2 streams on the receiver and 1.
I'm like an Indian. You know when the Indian puts his head down to the ground, and he says, like, horse coming, 30 men, maybe 35. That's how I am with urine and teenagers.
All right, ready?
All right, go ahead, Paul.
All right.
All right.
A nice tone to it.
You can sample that.
Wow. He said he didn't have to pee. All right, that is not a split stream, Paul.
No?
You lying
Nah,
sack.
he had a glass of water he's pouring.
Oh, yeah.
Wait, well,
please. Please, who cares? I hope it turns into a tri-stream. You understand me?
Okay.
You little lying sack. Don't try to pull my chain. All right. But, Bruce.
You could get inflammation, a sexually transmitted disease, and develop scarring in the urethra. So,
what should a guy do hypothetically who's having that problem?
See the urologist, and he's going to scope the individual, or a retrograde urethrogram. You could put dye through there, and
It's gonna hurt. Whatever.
Well, I hope it's excruciating.
The Q-tip this far up to check for an STD is even
Oh
more.
my God!
Is that something you can do at home?
like when you're bored.
if you enjoy that sort of thing.
We're gonna go to break, but before we do, we'll speak to Chloe, who's 15. Chloe?
Hello.
Yeah.
Hi.
Hi.
I seem to have this problem that older men are very attracted to me.
Yeah, I
And
got the
it's
same
not-
thing.
It's not just like regular older men, it's like my friends' fathers.
All right, hold on, Bruce. Put that away, you idiot.
It's an older man. I was just giving an example of.
Jesus Christ, you're like some kind of hyperkinetic kid. I'm gonna have to like pull the studio over and discipline you or something. Don't make me flash the lights on and off in here. I'll do it. Chloe, I'm sorry. We're right in the middle of talking about your big breasts. Bruce shows me a picture of a diseased penis from his medical book. Do you understand what kind of a mixed message that sends my penis and scrotum?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can sympathize.
I don't have a
Now-
relationship
Now,
with
what's going on? Are you overdeveloped?
I guess. I mean, what would be your definition of overdeveloped?
Well, I would
mean-
I would say having a larger top side and a thinner bottom side.
Yeah, I guess so then, because like I'm the size C.
See, that's
All
not
right.
that's not too big.
No. There's somebody that's making you uncomfortable with your body, and what's that all about?
Well, it's like when I go over to my friends' houses and I'm there hanging out with them, and like their fathers start coming on to me, it makes me feel really uncomfortable. I have like only older guys coming on to me.
How do you dress?
I dress regular. I don't wear very provocative clothing usually.
Pasties and a thong back normally.
I mean,
during the summer.
That's really pretty sick for adult men, and especially if their daughters are friends with you, to come on to you
Yeah,
like that. So
right.
there's some major gap in
But Chloe,
credibility.
don't go over there.
I don't, but like even when I just go out with my friends to like a diner or a pool hall or just
Yeah.
like anywhere, older guys come on to me. Like they'll have like 16, 17-year-old guys coming on to them, and like I'll get like 28-year-old, 30-year-old.
Did you ever have any molestation or any?
Hey,
Excuse me?
Were you ever molested? Any kind of problems when you were
No.
younger?
All right, hey,
No.
Chloe.
Yeah.
You're 15. Don't go to the pool hall.
Well, it's like you can play pool there, and like a lot of my friends
Hold
hang
on,
out
let me
there.
write
It's
this
not
down.
like-
Let me write that down.
Pool in the pool hall.
You can play pool there. I see. I have to check out one of these pool halls. And I have a hypothetical question for Chloe. Hey, Chloe?
Yeah?
At the video arcade, what do they got there? Pool or more? They got videos or? All right, listen,
Okay.
Chloe, here's what I'm hearing in your voice. We got to go to break. I'm going to give you a little tough love. I know guys are looking, but there's a part of you that's bringing it on and a part of you that's kind of liking it. It's one of those things like in a way you're almost bragging about.
No, really, it isn't. It
All right, you don't like it. You don't.
No.
You don't like it. Wear something loose and do not go back to those houses where the dads are ogling you. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
You'll be fine. It's a good thing. I know it's a little uncomfortable, but it will be considered
not-
a blessing one day.
She's
All right.
not breaking down in tears and running out of the house.
I was getting the vibe that she was kind of digging the attention, and that's sort of the female equivalent to the guy who calls and says, I got this problem. My penis is so big, I can't ride a bicycle. It's very uncomfortable. Everyone looks at me. I'm some kind of freak of nature. Women just want me for sex. I don't know what to do. I'm being objectified. You
can
know what I
help
mean?
out.
It's a problem, but they're kind of bragging about it at the same time.
women
All right.
do-
We're taking a break.
Tommy Lee doesn't.
Here's my phone number.
Bruce, and I'll tell you what you can do with that point. When we come back, you can't make it either. All right? We'll be back after this.
We'll be right back with more LoveLine.
How was school today, Rebecca?
We learned what the Earth was like a long time ago, way back in the 1990s.
Oh.
Grandpa, did you ever taste water?
Oh, my, no. By the time I was a boy, water, if you could find it, was pretty much unfit to drink. But I hear tell, long ago, children used to make lemonade with actual tap water and drink it on hot, sunny days.
Really?
Yeah, and sometimes they'd fill balloons with water and toss them at each other and laugh, or run through the sprinklers singing and carrying on. And then after a day of playing, their folks would put them in the tub, fill it with water and bubbles, and scrub them until they were squeaky clean.
Wow. Why didn't people try to save the water?
Well, I guess they didn't think one person could make a difference.
Thousands of Americans make a difference every day. For example, over 900 million tons of untreated sewage is no longer discharged into our nation's waters. A message from ECHO, the Earth Communications Office.
Okay, class, this part of the museum is known as the Hall of Trees.
What's a tree?
Large plants that once covered much of the Earth. This is a full-scale model of a maple tree.
What are those green things?
Those were called leaves. They took in sunlight, nourished the tree, expelled oxygen, creating air for people to breathe.
People didn't breathe out of air tanks?
No, then air was everywhere. The sky was blue, even the ocean was blue,
The ocean was blue?
and filled with fish.
What's a fish?
When you protect the Earth, you protect your health and that of your children. We're making progress. There has been a significant improvement. 20 years ago, air pollution in Los Angeles exceeded health standards on 4 out of every 5 days. But we still have a long way to go.
Here's the Hall of Weather. Press that button and you'll hear a rainfall.
Why'd they need rain?
Without rain, a flower couldn't grow.
What's a flower?
One person can make a difference. A message from ECHO, the Earth Communications Office.
Personally, I'm so sick of hearing about the environment.
I know. What's everyone so worried about?
51 million Americans live in areas where the air is officially classified as unhealthy to breathe.
It's a big world, and it's been here a long time.
Yeah, we're talking years and years and years.
The Center for Disease Control says that 94,000 people get sick every year from contaminated water. 900 of those people die.
It's all in their heads.
It's media hype.
The average American dumps at least 20 pounds of household toxins down the drain every year, most of which ends up in the drinking water supply.
Personally, I drink tap water. I mean, it's not like we're in Bangladesh.
Personally, I feel fine. I mean, I ask you, seriously, who's really getting hurt here?
5.8 million children died last year as a result of unsafe drinking water.
Not me or my kids, right, Billy? Billy? Where are you?
Can one person make a difference? Today, 66% of our rivers and lakes are safe for fishing and swimming, a third more than in 1970. One person can make a difference. A message from ECHO, the Earth Communications Office.
And now, Vince and Larry, the crash test dummies, with a lullaby.
Crumple, crumple, little car. When you crash, it's au revoir.
If on dumb luck you rely, through the windshield they will fly.
Keep your children off the streets. Put your kids in safety seats.
Crumple, crumple, little car. Don't be dummies like we are. Gee, Vince, I'm kind of sleepy now.
Okay, Larry, just crash anywhere.
You could learn a lot from a dummy. Buckle your kids' safety belts. A message from the Department of Transportation and the Ad Council.
Oh, come on, have a drink.
No, thanks.
Just one little drink.
I don't want to.
Chicken, everyone else is.
I said no.
What a nerd. One little drink won't kill you.
You've heard it all before. Be cool. Join the crowd. Have a drink, even though you're not 21.
Let's go. She's no fun.
Make the right choice. Don't give in. Underage drinking is dumb and dangerous.
Look out!
A public service message from the National Association of Broadcasters and this station.
All right, it is LoveLine. I'm Adam Carolla. That is Dr. Bruce, barely filling in for Dr. Drew all week. Yuri, Mike, and Tom are all here from MxPx. They have themselves a live CD out called At the Show, MxPx At the Show, and Slowly Going the Way of the Buffalo. That's the one I did the radio spot for, is also out, and you can look forward to another CD coming out. When did we say?
Spring.
Spring.
And also look forward to a home video around then, too.
All right.
Home video will be out before that, actually.
We will hop back on the phone.
Is it a full moon tonight?
And speak to Matt, who's 14.
Gee.
Matt, you smoke peanut shells to get high?
Yeah.
Uh-huh. And then you blow the smoke on your penis and your dog licks it off?
No.
No. 'Cause that's the full circle.
That's
there.
the going rate. That's the going thing around here.
Yeah. And what's the problem? You can't afford weed?
No, I just wanted to try it out, I guess. It's legal, so.
Right. You know why it's legal? Because it
You're
doesn't
the
work.
first one.
I got
Yeah,
some
it
old
does.
socks at home you could smoke. You probably get a little more buzz off that. Why peanut shells? Is this some underground theory on the internet or what?
Gotta try banana peels.
Yeah, those work.
Yeah.
Dipped in formaldehyde. Right?
Does the peanut shell, does it get you high?
Yeah, the little red parts. The little
What
skin.
kind of peanuts is this?
Wait, what part gets you high?
The little red skin around the peanut.
Oh, that's not the shell. The little husk around the peanut?
Yeah.
That gets you high?
Yeah.
Well,
and what if you eat it? How come you don't get high when you eat it?
I don't know. You have to smoke a lot of it.
You're eating a lot of peanuts too, huh?
You know what that's called? It's called anoxia. You don't have any oxygen going to your brain. You're getting so much smoke in your lungs. So
Yeah, I mean, if you suck on anything long enough and hard enough, you'll get a rush.
Right.
what's your background in experimenting with chemicals? Any other alcohol, regular?
Really. I drink every once in a while, and I smoked weed for like a while.
Every day?
No.
Anybody alcoholic in your family or have a drug problem? Father,
No.
grandparents?
No.
All right. Hey, stop it, Matt. Okay?
All right.
Yes.
And don't do anything else. Just stop smoking stuff. George Washington Carver couldn't even have come up with this one. Was he the guy who came up with like 75 things to do with peanuts?
Yeah, I believe so.
He was like the great black scientist who had some sort of peanut obsession.
No, but he had some amazing discoveries.
Oh, sure. There's peanut butter and peanut cookies. Yeah, I mean, that guy was a genius. George Washington Carver must have been on the chronic. He was a black guy. He was probably smoking weed a couple hundred years ago, and he's thinking, what can I do with these peanuts?
If you brought him back today and he heard that first caller with the peanut butter, he'd probably just go, oh, my God.
All right.
I didn't intend such things.
I can see his buddies like going, okay, I'm out of stuff. Let's scrape the bong for resins. And the guy's got a coat hanger, and then he's pulling out peanut butter. He's going, what the hell? Dave?
Yeah.
You're 20.
Yeah. How you doing?
Good. You notice that 3 or 4 months into a relationship, you treat girls badly.
Yeah. First,
Yeah.
I'd like to say hi to MxPx. I think you guys are cool.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, 3 to 4 months into like a relationship, usually I start treating like my girlfriend badly.
Right.
Like I notice things that are not. I'll start snapping at. For example, my last relationship, I started snapping at my girlfriend 3 to 4 months into it, and I was just for no reason, and I don't know why.
All right, you start picking on him.
Yeah, like just minimal stuff. Like
All right.
it didn't matter.
How's your mom? Do you like your mom?
Yeah, I totally do. That's the thing. And I was wondering, you guys talk a lot about, how like my certain relationships mask your parents' relationships and stuff.
Yeah.
And I was wondering, see, my mom and dad get along pretty well.
All right. Well, then knock it off.
What
Be nice.
Are these girls that you chase to get, or how did the relationship start?
See, I don't know. Usually the girls I chase are not into me, and the ones that I don't chase are like,
Right.
Well,
It always
the ones
happens.
I don't want.
Yeah, that's the path.
You got to find the happy medium.
Yeah. Hey, Dave.
Yeah.
You know what you're doing. Just be cognizant of it and try not to do it. I mean, work on yourself. I mean, there's no magic answer here. We all do those things in relationships that aren't great for relationships. And the point is with each successive relationship, you try to sort of catch yourself when you start sliding into that dark area that you did in your last relationship. You try to catch yourself and stop yourself from doing it.
Can I ask him when he starts having sex in the relationships?
No.
Okay.
Blake,
Hello?
you're 15.
Yes.
You have 36E boobs.
Yes, I do.
Uh-huh. At
I
15, wow.
Yeah, I know. And nobody in my family has boobs this big.
Well, no, you took them all. Your mom and sister are pissed. All right. Same thing happened with me and my dad with the penis, although I came up on the losing end. Yeah.
Yeah, I want to know when they stopped growing.
Well, how big's the rest of you? Are you a big person?
I'm 5 feet tall,
Yeah.
and I'm about 140.
140.
Yeah.
All right. You got a little heft, but I wouldn't call you big and fat. You know, but
No, I'm just a little chubby in some areas.
all right. Well, hold on a second, Blake, because we got to take a break, okay?
Yeah, sure, no problem.
And then we'll get back to you in the boobs, all right?
All right.
All right.
Interestingly enough, this is the same answer I was going to give the other question you wouldn't let me answer after the break.
Great. We'll see if we can do it twice in a row after this.
LoveLine, 1-800-LOVE-191. Back in a minute.
Well, it's worth hearing.
These are the sounds of today's kids.
And these are the voices of today's kids.
Don't underestimate me. I can work harder in school.
Give me a problem that's hard to solve.
Give me tougher work. Give me tougher books. When I solve a tough problem, I'm on top of the world.
Surprised? Don't be. 74% of kids say school should only pass them to the next grade when they've learned what's expected of them.
I'm not afraid to fail.
If I make a mistake, I'll do better next time.
75% of kids say they'd study harder if their schools gave them tougher tests. The fact is, almost all kids want to be challenged in school. So listen to the voices of kids today.
Challenge me.
Challenge me. Challenge me.
Do your part. Support higher academic achievement in your state and challenge our schools to challenge our kids. For a free booklet, call 1-800-38-BE-SMART. A message from the Ad Council and the Education Excellence Partnership.
Taking all that work home?
No, this is my own stuff. I've got a date with a financial planner.
You're only 25. Why are you planning for retirement already?
Hey, I want to be able to choose when I retire and know that I'll be financially secure when I do.
I've heard lots of people call themselves financial planners, but aren't they really trying to get you to invest in their favorite fund? Like they're selling size 20 shoes so everyone gets a hello Bigfoot.
Half this stuff is my bank statements, company insurance policies, tax returns. The planner's going to know a lot about me before recommending anything. The rest is background information I've collected on her and 2 other planners. If she passes tonight's round, she gets my papers.
Securing your financial future is important. You have a right to expect financial advice that's competent, ethical, and based on your needs. To verify that a planner is certified, call toll-free 888-CFP-MARK. A public service of the Certified Financial Planner Board of Standards.
Hey, driving fans! It may have happened to you. You may have heard the roar of the rumble strips, the blast of car and truck horns, and the heart-pounding fear of a near miss. Avoid all the dangerous crash action that comes with falling asleep at the wheel. Experience the amazing power nap. You've never seen power like this before. The Power Nap. Find out what the professional drivers have been doing for years. The Power Nap gives you the energy you need for the road ahead, and it's free. Whether you're driving to the shore with your family, to another city to meet a client, to school across the state, or anywhere there's action. The Power Nap is your ticket to revitalization. Experience the Power Nap at a rest stop near you. Just pull in, find a safe, well-lighted spot to park, turn off the key, and close your eyes. In just 20 to 30 minutes, you'll have the energy you need to drive safely for miles. So don't push it, park it. And feel the power of the Power Nap. A wake-up call to all drivers from the U.S. Department of Transportation and the American Trucking Association.
It's nearly 6 a.m. and we're at a rest stop talking to travelers. Excuse me?
Yes.
Have you ever heard of circadian rhythms?
It's like a Latin band, right?
Not quite. Do you know what circadian rhythms are?
It's when the stars all align and their energy creates...
No. How about you, sir? Huh? Circadian rhythms. Exactly. Circadian rhythms tell your body when it should be sleeping as well as when it should be awake.
Huh?
Circadian rhythms are part of our body's internal controls, a kind of built-in clock that tells us when to wake up and when to go to sleep each day. Imagine the danger that comes when we try to drive when our body thinks we should be sleeping, especially at night, early morning, and for many people, mid-afternoon. You really should try to avoid driving during your body's downtimes. If you have to drive when you'd normally be sleeping and you find yourself getting drowsy, stop for a refreshing 20 to 30-minute nap. Now what would you say when I say circadian rhythms?
I'd say, don't push it, park it.
Right.
A wake-up call from the U.S. Department of Transportation and the American Trucking Associations.
Oh, come on, have a drink.
No thanks.
Just one little drink.
I don't want to.
Chicken, everyone else is.
I said no.
What a nerd. One little drink won't kill you.
You've heard it all before. Be cool. Join the crowd. Have a drink even though you're not 21.
Let's go. She's no fun.
Make the right choice. Don't give in. Underage drinking is dumb and dangerous.
Look out!
A public service message from the National Association of Broadcasters and this station.
Mike, Ronnie Lott.
How you doing, Ronnie?
Isn't the Super Bowl the thing that we all just can't wait till that moment?
Greatest sports event in history.
And when they start singing that national anthem, can you feel the hair on their back ease up?
Always.
Yeah, man.
Even my wife like that.
That's the great thing about the Super Bowl. It brings out the best in all of us. The wife, kids, everybody.
Everybody.
Log on to SuperBowl.com for up-to-the-minute Super Bowl coverage. Everything you want to know about the players, teams, and Super Bowl weekend are on SuperBowl.com, the place for NFL fans online.
It's LoveLine. We're going to take a quick 10-second timeout. We'll be back with more of the fabulous show in just 10 seconds.
This is LoveLine on radio station.
It is LoveLine. I'm Adam. That is Bruce. Yuri, Mike, and Tom are all here from MxPx. Phone number 1-800-LOVE-191. Dr. Drew will be in here next week. And Warren G. Wait a minute. That's the week after that. All right. I'll tell you who's going to be on next week as soon as I figure it out. Bruce, sit down, please.
I've had anal
All
sex.
right. Oh, wait a minute. Since I miss Drew so much, why don't we hear some of those out of context Drew drops? Play me my favorite ones, Anderson's, please. You have some queued up?
Ever since I stopped taking Depo-Provera, I've been lactating. Is it okay to be in love to a guy twice my age? My lover likes me a lot, but sometimes I'm scared because he is very active. He gives me oral sex. I just give him the hand.
The hand.
Hard. No.
Give me a few good ones. Come on.
Well, of course, we still do.
We said we loved each other.
Of course, I do. Okay. I do so much.
Right.
Okay.
Keeping it real.
That's a new one.
Jizz guzzling. I tried to be straight, or I thought I should be straight, and I was confused. You know. Dude.
Wow, that Drew's a
deal with the fact
guy.
that I am gay.
Keep them coming, Anderson.
She drinks until she barely has her senses about her, and then she can relax enough to have sex with me. I'm in pain. My breasts hurt. There's a wives' tale out there that black males have larger penises.
It never gets old. It never gets old.
Did Snoop hear that one?
I should put this on a loop and just listen to it in my car when I drive to the studio. Hi, Anderson, come on. Give me just a couple more.
That's my main mayonnaise.
Oh, by the way, yeah, that's Snoop Dogg. My rap name, I named myself last night. Snoop was on the show. I named myself Mayonnaise. Man, and I'm white, you know what I mean?
Right.
And I spell it with a Z at the end, you know, because the rappers love to get rid of that S and put a Z in there. Come on, let me hear it again. Hey, Anderson, let me hear the mayonnaise there. Oh, he's got to wait for it? It's hard to read Anderson's facial
That's
expression.
my main mayonnaise.
There,
That's
good.
my main mayonnaise.
There.
That's my main mayonnaise.
Thank you, Anderson.
Maybe we'll put that in his next album.
All right, give me a couple more Drew drops, and then we're going away here, Anderson.
I'm just keeping it real.
Oh.
Ow!
Get down.
Asshole. You're gay. You're fat. You're sick. If I find you to have sex with me. Gee, it hurts to have sex with me. Faggot better have sex with me. I want to have sex with me. I was bored, so I had anal sex. Gee, it hurts. I'm still a virgin. Tried to be straight, or I thought I should be straight, and I was confused. You know, pee on this makes me sick. Hurts when I urinate. Makes me sick. Anal sex makes me sick. This guy's penis makes me sick. I've had anal sex, but felt no effect. I got these lesions. Gee, it hurts. I'm still a virgin. Makes me sick. It's called intimacy. Can I say that? You're fat. You're gay. Confused. You're sick. You're overweight. You're still a virgin. You're dysfunctional. Not acceptable.
Dr. Drew is right.
Grandes éxitos en español.
All right. That is the lovable Dr. Drew, who'll be in here next week, God willing. And until then, we'll hop back to the phone and speak to Blake. Blake is 15. She's a 36E, so she's pretty large around the top. She's 5 foot and goes about 140, right?
Yeah.
And you have some back pain?
Yeah.
And you want to look into a little breast reduction?
Yeah. I want to know if it's true that after you get a reduction, do they grow back?
They can keep. They can keep.
That they grow back.
They can keep growing if you get the reduction too young, because they're not done growing.
Mm-hmm.
So if you got the reduction, in the relative near future, and they were not done growing yet, they would keep growing.
Well, when do they stop growing? Because just last month I was a triple D, and a month before, in November, I was a D.
Right. So by what? December, you're going to be
God
one
knows.
boob will be pushing through the chimney and the other one will push out the porch door or something.
Now, what about when you lose weight? Where does the weight go away first?
Definitely not boobs.
No?
Not
Okay.
the boobs.
No.
But it was still, hey, Blake?
Yeah.
All right, here's my advice. You're a little bit overweight, right?
A little.
All right.
My size, basically.
All right. Well, I bet if you got yourself down 15 or 20 pounds, some of that weight would come off the boobs.
Yeah, but not like.
And Blake, let me just say something. If you drop 20 and none comes off the boobs, I want you to call back.
No, a little
the
bit
hotline
will.
because.
Well, the other thing is, if you have
yeah, I couldn't. Here's what I'm saying. You don't want to go under the surgeon's knife, especially at 15.
Oh, no. I'm not saying like now, but I want to wait till they stop that way.
All right, but in the meantime, you do everything you can do to make things comfortable for the time being, okay?
I just wear big clothes.
Okay, you wear big clothes, but lose 20 pounds, and okay, all right, sorry.
But they're still big. It's like.
All right, they're always going to be big, but they could be manageable.
Oh, okay.
All right.
If you have a growth spurt and you get a lot taller by the time you're what?
Hey, Bruce?
Yeah.
Remember our mic conversation we had in the early 60s?
If you get...
There you go.
If you have a growth spurt and you get taller in the next couple of years, you won't need that surgery. Surgeons are going to be, as Adam said, reticent to go ahead and do it. So
Right.
There
you go.
Okay.
Bruce, trying to have a conversation, it's like playing a handball against the drapes.
Well, maybe
It
I should
just,
try this
You
hold
just
the
never
mic.
know. It just, nothing comes back. You can't get any rhythm going. Jason, you're drinking way too much coffee, brother. You got to mellow out. He was high as a kite last night.
So were you.
Snoop and his posse were in here smoking like like they were all going into the pen the next morning. I mean, they were just toking and rolling joints. I couldn't see my hand in front of my face in this place. It was just packed. It was like being in a life-size bong. Like, I mean, being in a giant bong. Like, I mean, some sort of huge novelty bong that we were living in with Snoop. And I'm telling you, I got a buzz going, but Bruce was coming undone. He bought himself, it was a bunch of cookies from the vending machine. He had the munchies going. He was losing his train of thought. But it worked well on you, Bruce. It mellowed you out a little bit. Jason? A caller goes by the name, oh, wait a minute. Speaking of being high, Jason.
How you guys doing?
What's up?
Hey, first of all, before I ask my question, I'd like to say what's up to MxPx.
Hey, what's
You
up,
guys
Jason?
are awesome, man. I have your CDs and everything, man. I'm doing
What
my
else do you
finals
have,
right now,
you
listening
said?
to you guys. I'm studying for my finals and listening to you guys on the same time. I had a question for a doctor, or I guess it's for Adam as well. I'm being like, I don't know, as a teenager, I'm like, my hormones are raging and everything, but it's like my parents are like, they won't let me, like, be a guy, I mean, like, every, like girl magazine or whatever, like, if I have a picture of a girl in a bikini, they, like, tear it down, or, like, I mean, they won't let me talk to girls or anything like that. I mean, I guess it's, like, against their religion or something, I don't know.
Well, is it against a religion?
They're Catholics, and pretty strict Catholics, so.
What's your belief system?
I believe we're, like, I question the Catholic religion a little bit, I always believe that we're, like, children from, like, aliens from a different planet that put us on this planet or something.
Okay, well, hey, listen, it's healthy to question.
Holy Christ. It's slightly more feasible than Catholicism. I'm with you on that, Jason, but it's still a far-fetched notion.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's tough when your parents don't. I mean, pulling things off the wall. You should start really having your space, privacy, if you choose to have.
If you. I mean, they'll come into my room and they'll, like, go through my stuff and, like, they'll ask, like, whose number this is, or, like.
What have you done? Anything?
Listen, hold on. I got to be honest with you. If my kid thought some alien hatched him, I'd be looking through his junk too. Jason, you don't really believe that, do you?
I don't know. That's the only reasonable doubt I could, or thought I could really think of. I don't know.
Okay.
Well,
do you smoke weed?
No, I never touched that stuff.
Okay, don't do it, because you're really going to freak out with your alien parent theory.
Did you do anything to lose their trust in the past?
No, I think it's just like they're. I don't know.
You're the first kid they've raised, or what?
What?
Are you the oldest?
No, I have an older brother that went to college.
Okay, look, get him to go to the priest with you or something. I mean, anybody is going to be on your side to some extent and encourage them to give you more space. Okay.
But don't put the posters up in the room. You got to hide the porn.
No, it's not even porn.
They're bikinis.
Even like a girl with a I don't know, just like.
All right, so they're uptight, but you're 17. You're almost out of the house, right?
Yeah.
You're gonna go off to college somewhere?
Yeah, probably.
Gonna go to like Roswell, Roswell
yeah,
U.
aliens and everything. There you go.
Hey.
But I mean, how am I supposed to approach them and say like, hey, I'm
Tell them you need. Tell them. Here's what you tell them. This will scare all religious parents. They're encroaching on you too much, and you think you're going gay.
Yeah, they're
They'll
really
back right
big
off.
homophobic. So.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's
Jay-
like, listen, you've torn down too many chicks in bikinis, and I'm going gay.
No, listen, there's an area of medicine called adolescent medicine, and the doctors that specialize in seeing teenagers are great at being sort of an intermediary and
Give
helping.
yourself a little space from the mic there, brother. Just
Okay.
Just,
How's that, better?
Keep it consistent.
Okay, great. And if you have access to somebody that likes to see, if you have access to somebody that likes to see teenagers, whether it's a pediatrician or an internist family practitioner, these individuals will know exactly where you're at with this, and they'll sit down with you, with the parents, and
Totally unrealistic. Totally unrealistic. The guy's, almost out of high school. He's got to get a decent score on his SATs. Another 6 months, he's out of there.
I've had this happen.
Hide the porn. Lay low. That's what I say.
I had a minister bring his kid to me because he had pictures of Jim Morrison, and he thought the kid was worshiping Satan because of that. Parents sometimes need a little bit of what's the look for?
Really?
Yeah. No, it was a
can't believe someone
consultation.
would bring their kids to you.
Parents overreact.
Yeah, all right. I'm saying, though, if your parents are freaking out, just keep the stuff down. I understand they're being oppressive and everything, but just suck it up, get out of there, and go to college. That's what I mean. Okay. Let's speak to Justin.
Hello.
Justin, you're 16.
Yeah, I just wanted to talk to the band.
All right.
Hey.
Hi, Justin.
Hi. I was wondering if you're having any tour coming up soon.
Where are you from?
California.
California?
Yeah.
Where? That's a
Northern?
pretty big state.
Yeah, I'm near Fresno.
Okay. March would probably be the soonest date, and we are planning a tour.
Okay.
In March, so we'll probably be in California for sure.
Do you guys do small clubs or stadium?
This will be small. Yeah, it'll be small clubs.
That's cool.
So you'll definitely find out on our website, and we'll probably have a mailer. So nothing's for sure yet, but we're definitely planning it.
What is your website? We'll give the address out.
www.MxPx.com.
Somebody bought my name. One of those guys.
Yeah.
So
they offered to sell it to you for $10,000.
Or whatever, but the joke is on them because I don't know what I don't even know what a computer is. I don't know how to work it. I don't want a website. I've never been on the internet. There's LoveLine websites. There's man show websites. There's bootleg websites. There's all sorts of nonsense out there. I've never looked at one of them.
You're
not
kidding.
interested. Nope. Zero interest. I mean, there's been, LoveLine and unofficial and official LoveLine websites that people have started hundreds of them up. They're all over the place all the time. I've never seen one of them ever.
The Boobville thing.
Never seen that. Never done nothing. I don't know how to work it. I'm not interested in it, and it's one more distraction. So whoever it is that bought my name, you kiss my hairy ass. I hope. First off, I hope just a anvil falls on you when you're walking down the street. I hope you have a comical death. But number two, enjoy it, brother. Enjoy it. Rub it on yourself. Look at it when you're masturbating. Get some use out of it because I will never, ever come to you for it. Ever. And that $70 you spent to register it, gone. Gone like the last fart that came out of my hairy ass. Gone in the wind, you idiot. Enjoy. Enjoy it. Because I'll never come to you for it, ever.
You can find out who it is.
I don't care. If I find out who it is, I'm just going to see him and laugh like a hyena. I didn't even know. I have no intention of doing it, and I will never do it.
It's probably Drew that did it.
I'll kill him. Finbar?
Yes.
You're 14?
Yeah.
What kind of name is Finbar?
It's an Irish name.
All right. What's up there?
Boring.
I have two questions. One for you, Adam, and the other one for the doctor.
All right.
Can I get the one for the doctor off first?
No, we have to do my question first. It's an FCC thing. I can't do anything about that.
I kind of have a cold, so if I if I'm like sound weird, that's not my fault.
All right, Finbar.
You better hurry up or he's going to get pissed at you.
Loosen up, buddy. Ask that question. Fire away.
I'm a little concerned about the size of my penis.
Mm-hmm. What's wrong with it?
I want to know if it's like normal, below, like not normal.
It's a little smaller than average, yes.
It's like 4.25 inches long and an inch and a quarter in girth.
Inch and a quarter round.
Okay.
That's at the head. When it's like.
Oh, that's at the head. And then it drops down to 3/8 of an inch after the head?
I don't know.
It's like a shrunken head on a stick?
Listen, you're 14 years old.
That's fine, Finbar. He don't have the luck of the Irish, I'll tell you that. Not with that Johnson.
No, you have nothing to worry about.
Okay.
All right.
It's within the range of normal.
It is.
Was that my question or Adam's?
That was Adam's.
That's erect, though, right, Finbar?
Right.
Right.
The second question is, I have like this.
Hold on, though, but Finbar?
Yeah.
I'm going to be honest with you. It's an all right penis. It's normal and everything.
Mm-hmm.
But start practicing the oral sex now. You're really going to rely on that with the ladies later on. That's what they want anyway. Don't worry about it. All right, go ahead.
Okay. The second question is, I have like a really around my scrotum area and everything is like I sweat abnormally when I'm getting ready to go to sleep.
Uh-huh.
And it like itches really bad. And just now I was like scratching, and now it stings.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so it sounds like you have a heat rash type of thing. Do you use any kind of powder? Or?
I used to use a powder, but then I stopped.
Gold Bond.
Try soap and water.
You know, people like that Gold Bond. They said it gives them sort of a zing. You know, it's like a
zing. It's a touring secret.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Go for the green bottle.
Do you just dump it down there?
You can get a handful.
I've never done it.
I've never done it. We've heard, though, from plenty of sources.
Let me tell you, I dump a generous amount of talc down my underpants before I leave the house because it gets a little funky down there. I mean, I'll tell you, that area in me, it's like a greenhouse down there. I mean, I caught like a gecko lizard. There's a whole food chain going on down there. It's a rainforest, and it just gets steamy down there. And if you dump that talc or Gold Bond or whatever down the shorts before you leave the house, it keeps things fresh later on. Okay. Of course, then, halfway in the day, you drop your pants or go number 2, and this cloud comes out of your pants. I mean, it's blinding.
Did you notice if you take the 3 letters at the end and put them at the beginning, you have barfin?
All right.
Just trying to change the subject.
Thank you. Travis.
Yes.
You're 18.
All right. I'm 18 years old, and I have little to no pubic hair at all, and I have like barely any hair under my arms, and I have to shave like once every 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And I'm just wondering if that's normal.
It's a blessing in disguise.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Women don't like hair anyway.
Yeah.
But your voice is normal.
Yeah, I mean, I have a deep voice. I mean, I don't know the difference because I've never known what it's like with hair. But
it's a curse.
I mean, my friends always give me a hard time. Like, we play basketball, shirts versus skins.
Right. Hey, Travis.
Yeah.
Is everything else developed on you?
As far as I know, I mean, I don't go around looking at other guys and making sure I'm well endowed or whatever.
Yeah, you're no fag, right?
No, I'm not.
I know, because as soon as you see another penis, you go gay.
Yeah.
It's like looking at Medusa, you just turn into a stone.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you don't fag off of yourself, do you, when you're at home?
No.
Not in any of that nonsense. No way.
Can I ask the band a question?
Go for it.
Hey, are you guys ever going to come to Tucson?
Tucson, Arizona.
Arizona?
Yeah, definitely. I'm
Been there before. Probably back.
Oh, I caught you at the Nile in Mesa.
Oh, great.
That was a great show.
Thanks. We had a good time.
When can we expect the ever-passing moment?
This spring.
April-ish.
April-ish. Yeah, I don't. We don't have an exact date yet. But
it'll be soon.
All right.
And we'll be touring right around there. So.
Well, cool.
All right, Travis. You're fine. Chicks don't like hair, and the less pubic hair, the bigger your penis looks.
Mm-hmm.
Think about it. It's all relative. I mean, here's the way I look at it. You got a mailbox planted out in your front yard. If the lawn is 3 feet high, the mailbox, the Yeah, the 4x4 the mailbox is on looks like it's about a foot long. But if you get a weed whacker and you trim all that lawn very nice, bring it low, all of a sudden it looks like it's up on a stilt.
Mm-hmm.
You understand?
So you have your weed whacker in your
yes, the
in
less
that forest with the geckos in it.
Less pubic hair you have there, the more penis you got. That's why I'm now waxing at this point. And I'm looking at having a few layers of skin removed. I hear they can do it safely. What I'd like to do is, I'm taking a whole new approach to penis sizing here, Bruce. Instead of actually lengthening the penis, I'm going to shorten the area around it. I'm going to like dig a hole around my penis.
Well, you know, after
I'm going to excavate the area around the penis and scrotum. So if I figure, listen, if I can pull 1.5 inches, 2 inches out of this area, well, that's more penis, right?
That's right.
Yeah, the guys don't think that way. They're always they got it wrong. That's why I'm a genius.
Well, I've rethought that. Remember, you asked me if I'd bring that laser to take off some of your hair. I've rethought it. You know, and I think I'd be glad to bring it.
You mean on my neck?
Around your anywhere you want. You know, it's I'm pretty good at it now.
All right, bring your laser down, and we'll see if we can get
reshape your penis too.
Thank you. Yeah, because I don't know what shape it is, but I want one that satisfies a woman, and apparently I got the wrong one. All right, we'll work on it. I kind of like the ace of spades, you know. That's kind of, yeah, I like spades.
I've
yeah,
got
I
a
like
book
that
with
look.
some pictures. You can choose.
Okay.
Choose
all right.
styles.
Quiet. MxPx is our guest tonight. Dr. Bruce is coming undone over there. When we come back, we'll speak to Steve. His girlfriend has never had an orgasm. He wants to know if there's something wrong with her. We'll tell him after this.
LoveLine with Adam Carolla and Dr. Drew. 1-800-LOVE-191. We'll be right back.
Oh, camping is so romantic.
Come closer to the fire. Yeah.
What's that?
Warm up to exciting news about Trojan Supra.
Trojan Supra?
An incredible advancement in condom technology. It's not latex, strong yet ultra thin. It's made from microshear polyurethane, so it transmits body heat for your ultimate sensual pleasure.
You can feel each other's heat?
Cool.
No, Jerry, hot. New Trojan Supra condoms from Trojan, America's most trusted condom.
Allergic to latex? Try Trojan Supra. See package for important information.
When chasing a female horsefly, the male horsefly can travel over 90 miles per hour. Nice try, but nothing compared to how fast Geico Auto Insurance starts flying on your claim. Often we can handle the details in hours instead of days. And while the male horsefly is motivated by, well, you know what he's motivated by, we just want to settle claims fast. In 15 minutes, you could save 15% or more. Call 1-800-947-AUTO, 1-800-947-AUTO. Geico Direct, the sensible alternative.
Hi, I'm Serenity, and these are my friends, Missy and Stephanie.
You know, a lot of things happen to us every day that we have no control over.
But HIV and other sexually transmitted diseases aren't things that just happen to you. You do have a choice.
You can choose to use a condom, have safe sex, and take control of your life.
Asking for a condom isn't stupid. It's smart. It shows that you care about yourself and your partner.
You can do something about sexually transmitted diseases.
Use a condom.
Every partner.
Every time.
We do.
A message brought to you by Wicked Pictures and AIDS Project Los Angeles.
Oh, come on, have a drink.
No thanks.
Just one little drink.
I don't want to.
Chicken, everyone else is.
I said no.
What a nerd. One little drink won't kill you.
You've heard it all before. Be cool. Join the crowd. Have a drink even though you're not 21.
Let's go. She's no fun.
Make the right choice. Don't give in. Underage drinking is dumb and dangerous.
Look out!
A public service message from the National Association of Broadcasters and this station.
Somewhere in our community is a mother whose drug abuse once left her unable to care for her kids. There's a father, too, whose alcohol use drove his wife and children away. There's a boyfriend whose drug use frightened his girlfriend into giving him an ultimatum: get help or I'm gone. Help is available. It's in the form of treatment programs for drug abuse and alcohol problems, and the good news is that these programs are making a big difference in people's lives. With proper treatment, mothers and fathers, sweethearts and coworkers, friends and neighbors are overcoming drug and alcohol problems and reclaiming their lives. Isn't it great that treatment works? To find out about drug and alcohol treatment programs that can help, call 1-800-662-HELP. That's 1-800-662-HELP. There is help, and it works. A public service of this station and the Center for Substance Abuse Treatment.
Dad, I don't think our campfire's totally out.
Are you kidding me? I know when a campfire's out. Did you drown the fire with water and stir it with a stick? No, it's out. We don't have to... Who said that?
Frank, it's a talking moose with sunglasses.
And a bunch of singing and dancing forest animals.
We know we can count on you to do what Smokey says.
And when your folks desire to build a fire, clear brush and branches away, and keep water nearby like you oughta. Okay, I poured water on the fire. I stirred it with a stick. Everybody walked slowly toward the RV.
Dad, these are just Smokey's friends.
Only you can prevent forest fires.
Frank, it's Smokey.
Nice hat, Smokey. Want the rest of my peanut butter sandwich?
Dad!
Visit Smokey at www.smokeybear.com. Brought to you by the USDA Forest Service, the National Association of State Foresters, and the Ad Council.
It's LoveLine. I'm Adam Carolla. It's Dr. Bruce. Yuri and Tom are all here from MxPx. Michael will be in here soon enough. I think I have a home video coming out. Is it out or is it coming out?
It's coming out.
And it'll be out on February 15th. There you go. It'll be available online at MxPx.com, and it'll hit the streets on the 29th. And it's the history of the band?
Pretty much. It's called It Came from Bremerton, history of the band, live performance, stuff like that.
How long is it?
45 minutes, I think. Yeah.
And it's all the young minds can take these days, by the way.
Yeah, attention spans.
I mean, imagine, I just remember like going to matinees and stuff and sitting at the theater, like 4 movies. You know, going to the movie theater at 11 in the morning, coming out 8:30 at night.
Yeah.
I don't think kids could do that. I know I couldn't, but I don't think kids could.
2 is pushing it.
Yeah, I mean, it just
2 in a day.
You walk outside, you're like, eh.
Yeah, what day is
sunlight.
it? The sun, I'm melting. All right, we are going to hear something from MxPx, and I believe this one is off of slowly, I should say, going the way of the buffalo. And Anderson, you looking good over there? Yes, you is. This one is called Cold and All Alone.
I feel so bad by then it's too late. You're hurt and mad, it says goodbye. You know I made, but I'm real sorry. I didn't mean to make you cry. Feel so bad by then it's too late. You're hurt and mad, it says goodbye. I took down far.
It is LoveLine. That's MxPx.
Is that the real clapping on there, or is that fake?
That's fake.
That's fake.
I didn't remember that many people.
Cold and All Alone is the name of that one. I said it was off of Slowly Going the Way of the Buffalo, and it is, but just not that version. That, of course, is the live version off of the MxPx at the Show live CD. All right, let's see about taking some more calls. Steve?
Yeah.
You're 19?
Yes, sir.
What's going on?
Well, my girlfriend, she's also 19, has never had an orgasm in her life. I mean, I'm the only one that she's ever had sex with, but oral sex and stuff, you know, she's had before, and I'm the closest she's ever came to it, and it wasn't even that close. So I don't know what to do. The oral sex thing seems to do absolutely nothing, and it's just hard to get the girl aroused.
Uh-huh.
And she likes to have sex and everything. It's just...
Why does she like to have sex?
Your guess is as good as mine. I don't know.
Let me tell you, you remove the orgasm from the equation for me, and I'll just turn my penis in. I don't need it anymore. I'll just pee out of a hole.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't need it. It's just extra weight. Nothing in it for me.
She says it's okay, and she's kind of bummed about the whole thing. She doesn't ever think it's going to happen.
But she still enjoys sex with you.
Yeah.
She probably just enjoys the intimacy
Right.
of you sweating on her.
Yeah, something like that.
All right, now, are you going about everything the right way, Steve?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not one to, I think foreplay is the best part of sex.
All right, so you're doing plenty of oral sex.
Well,
nice
I'm
and
trying anything and everything.
She didn't have one of those surgeries where the clitoris is removed?
Not that I was aware of.
Okay.
Not that she's told me.
I mean, structurally, it's extremely unlikely that she does not have the mechanism to have an orgasm.
Yeah.
And whether it's an intimacy thing or comfort level or technique, more questions have to be asked. How long have you been going out? What's her...
There's a lot of 19-year-old women are incapable of having an orgasm.
Or they haven't, and they will.
Yeah. What about out of herself?
She has said that she has never done that. I mean, I was real good friends with this girl before we were together, and she said she swears up and down that she's never even tried it.
Yeah, well,
I told her, I was like, maybe that might
she needs
fast forward the process.
Well, you think there's anything up with her? I mean, was she ever raped or abused or anything?
She wasn't, no.
Everything's good with her?
Yeah.
She's a little uptight.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. I mean,
Well, listen, tell her to work it out when she's alone. See what she likes. And do it in the comfort and intimacy of her
I
own
tried to get her
bedroom.
To do it. She thinks it's disgusting.
Well,
all
but remember, this orgasm thing is much more important to you than her, even though she's the one not having it.
Well, it's real important to her, and she's...
Well, listen, hold on. If it's really important to her, why isn't she experimenting on her own time? Why isn't she exploring herself?
Why isn't she You're calling us. She's not calling us.
She told me to try something, and I've been trying everything I can think of with her.
Why? But are her parents real religious or something?
She lives with her mom, and her mom's not. I mean, she gets along great. Everything's fine.
All right, and nothing messy happened to her growing up.
No.
No.
All right.
Does she have guilt over having sex before marriage? Does she have religious issues about that?
Do I?
Does she?
Oh no, she doesn't.
All right,
Okay,
Steve.
Why would that make any difference with an orgasm?
Well, sometimes
Anxiety.
women get freaked out.
Oh, well.
Steve, get a vibrator. I'm serious. That's it. It's time to call out the big guns. You've tried everything else. Now you got to get the vibrator. I'm telling you, that might do it. That may just do it. Women enjoy that. She can't have an orgasm. I'm a little suspicious about the part where she won't do it herself. She thinks it's disgusting, yet she wants to have an orgasm.
You think the frustration level at that point would be, okay, I'll do anything.
She sounds a little uptight.
Yeah,
But the disgusting
I'd
about
say.
her own...
Yeah, listen, for women, it's much more an emotional thing than it is a mechanical thing. And if they're not in the right place, or they feel dirty, or they feel like God's looking at them, or some nonsense like that, they're going to have trouble. God knows. Kim?
Yes.
You're 23.
Yes.
What's up?
I had a sexual relationship with a guy, and since it's ended, he has made it very clear that he wants absolutely nothing to do with me. And I want to know how I can maybe pursue a friendship.
Why?
Because I care a lot about him.
Why?
Because he's a good guy.
How come?
He has a lot of things about him that I think
All right, well,
great quality.
All right, well, listen, he's a great guy. There's a lot of things about him that you like and admire. You're having sex with him. What's up? Why don't you just be his girlfriend?
He never really seemed to want a commitment. And
Asshole.
I was pretty much
Yeah.
I was pretty much satisfied with just the status quo of our relationship.
The sex part?
Yep.
No, you weren't, or you wouldn't have stopped.
Well,
I mean, come on. He's the world's greatest guy. You're having sex. You're satisfied with the sex. Why'd you stop?
he has his own problems, but all the same, I was satisfied at the time with what we had.
All right. What kind of problems?
Just normal stuff. He drinks a lot. He doesn't like to talk about his problems with anybody.
All right.
Why
are you working so hard to keep a relationship going with this alcoholic guy who won't open up?
Because I care a lot about him.
Uh-huh. What about your dad? Do you do a little boozing?
No, not at all.
Huh?
My parents drank.
Ah? Don't lie to me, sister.
I'm not lying at all.
I'll come over there. I'll bend you right over Bruce's knee.
I hear you, but I swear neither of my parents drank.
Well, why are you trying to fix him so much?
Because, as I said, he's one of those guys that you don't meet every day. He has some great qualities. He can make me laugh.
Yeah.
He's incredibly charming when he wants to be. And he's incredibly intelligent.
Okay, but you're lacking insight here. You're not what Adam is seeing, what the rest of us are feeling, I think, is that you're not seeing a very obvious point, which is if your self-esteem is good, if you're healthy, you're not going to want to you wouldn't have pursued him in the first place, or you would have moved away from that relationship.
She's into him, and here's the deal, she wants to keep the relationship going because I think she's into him.
But she never had a relationship with him. It was
right,
never
but she
healthy.
wants to stay near him because I think she's in love with him. She doesn't want to admit it to herself.
Right.
And listen, all this everyone's special nonsense, ridiculous.
Right.
Only I'm special. Everyone else is expendable, right, Bruce?
No.
I mean, no, you do that. You do that when and the band, of course.
Oh.
When you get into that when you're younger, it's like you get this girlfriend and then you break up, but it's okay. We're soulmates. We'll always know each other. Always be part of your life. I never see any of my old girlfriends anymore. I don't know if they're alive or dead. I don't know. Some other guy on top of them right now. I only just imagine the worst. And you know what? They ain't nuts about seeing me either.
Yeah.
And it's just, I mean, somebody, they have all these great qualities. And you torture yourself and you think, what would it be like never to see this person again? And it's like, oh my God, it's unthinkable. But don't worry. There'll be hundreds of those people in
What do
your
you think
life.
this guy's like? This is one of those guys that he just wanted the sex. He really never cared about her.
Yeah.
And there's probably 5 nice guys that wanted to go out with her that she shined for this guy.
But they aren't projects.
Right.
She needs a project.
And this
She
is
wants to work.
like what we talk about with codependency and the wife of an alcoholic.
Keep that mic there, baby.
Okay. There's abuse, essentially an abusive situation here, or a pre-abusive situation.
A lot of women like projects in relationships, and men, we don't want any of that. We like a car project. We like a house project. We're sensible. We like to fix up stuff that we can sit in or drive.
Right.
But we don't want a project with a woman. Women, depending on what their past is, can become really attracted to a guy who's a project. This guy's an alcoholic.
The scary thing is she has no insight, and she's going to do
All
this
right.
again. She
Well.
needs to go to a therapist, and work on it.
It'll work itself out. Amy?
Yeah.
That's my new line on the show, by the way.
It'll work.
It'll work itself out. Give it 10 years. Amy, you're 18. What's up?
Hi.
Hey, whatever it is, it'll work itself out, sister.
Yeah, they'll have kids.
You have a tough time approaching guys?
Yeah.
It's going to work itself out.
Well, like, I can, like, talk to guys, and I have guy friends and stuff, but I can never get past, like, the first step of, like, getting to know a guy, like, on a romantic level, and I've never really had a boyfriend, and...
Don't guys come up to you and talk to you?
Well, I've had guys that have liked me, but then I don't like them back.
Mm-hmm.
And then I've liked guys and they don't like me back. And then I've been friends with guys, and then, like, when I like them, we're in that friend zone. And
Yeah.
And so I can never really
All right.
get over
No, this is normal 18-year-old stuff, except for you've never been out on. Have you ever been out on a date?
No.
Okay. You want to think a little bit more about that?
No, I've, like, been, like...
Outside?
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, Amy?
It'll work itself out.
It'll work itself out. No, this really will just work itself out.
I agree.
I have enough trouble with the ladies, so I mean,
Yeah,
it goes both ways.
You're 18. This is age appropriate stuff. And here's the problem. between the ages, around puberty, but somewhere between the age of like 14 and 18, some people really blossom. I mean, some people look good. They're dating like maniacs. They're very confident. They're socially, they have a lot of social graces. And then some people are like dorky and awkward and have difficulty with the opposite sex. And there's a huge disparity between the two of them sometimes, and it sucks, especially if you're hanging around with a bunch of people that are getting laid and going out on dates and being popular and being able to know what to say and what to do in front of the opposite sex. But somehow and somewhere it starts to even out at a certain point, and hopefully you're getting at the end of this. You go off to college, you have a few bong loads, you have sex with some drunken frat guy, and everything starts to make sense. Mm-hmm.
Well,
that's what I'm saying.
For me, there's a lot of girls in high school that you never thought were good looking.
Right.
And then if you see them, 3 years later after high school, it's like, whoa.
Every goddamn supermodel that comes on this show tells the same story. And by the way, I think they're lying, but it's the same story, which is, oh boy, I bet you did some damage in high school, you little heartbreak. Oh no, I didn't even go to the prom. Why, you're in Europe modeling? Nope, nobody asked me. I was tall, I was gangly, I was awkward, I hadn't grown into my frame yet. No boys would go talk to me, and it's this is the story for every supermodel out there. I'm guessing Amy isn't going to be a supermodel, but people come into their own at different times, and she's just a late bloomer. Thank God she's not pregnant, doesn't have herpes. And, hasn't been through 40 guys like half our callers have. All right, we're getting close to taking a break here. Nadia?
Yeah.
You're 18?
Yeah.
You had the hiccups for 6 months?
Yeah.
You should have killed yourself.
Yeah,
I would have killed myself on week 3.
Excuse me?
I would have killed myself at week 3.
Well, see, the first week I just thought, okay, this is kind of funny. I've had hiccups for a week, and then it turned to a month, and now it's been 6.
They're still going on?
I don't have them, continuously. It's just every day. I went to one of my thyroid specialists, and he told me to go to a GI. So, I haven't gone yet, but...
All right, hold on there, Nadia. We got to take a break.
Okay.
All right. Can you hiccup at least once for us so, I can see the call's legitimate?
Well,
huh?
I mean, I can't force them. They just come.
I understand.
Can you keep a tape recorder, make a recording, and send it to Adam? I think
Okay.
It would drive him crazy.
That's
like
perfect.
that.
Put on a CD so I can put it in the car. All right, Nadia, hang on a second.
All right.
All right, we'll tell you what to do about this. MxPx is our guest tonight. We'll be back with the hiccups after this.
Let's have some more fun.
Okay, let's do it. Call LoveLine 1-800-LOVE-191.
LoveLine will be right back.
Well, here's how it's sampled.
This is a story about American heroes. They changed quite a few lives last year. Jorge Vasquez put out fires, but no, he's not a firefighter. Philip Dale discovered several new stars. Oh, he's not an astronomer. And Elaine Capobianco, she saved a child from drowning, but she's not a lifeguard. They're teachers, but to the kids they've reached, they're heroes.
I'm a teacher. The children are the heroes.
We're not just teaching subject matter, we're teaching human beings.
I am tough as nails, but they know that I love them.
I mean, we've got a legacy that follows behind us forever.
Teachers have the power to make an impact on our future. California will need about 250,000 more of them in the next 10 years. Reach for that power. Teach. Call 1-888-CAL-TEACH now. A public service message brought to you by CalTeach, the Ad Council, and this station.
Okay, so I'm a teenager, right? And everyone's so quick to judge me. On the outside, I may look like... But on the inside, I'm all... Just because I look like... doesn't mean I act that way. In fact, I'm actually involved in crime prevention. That sounds more like this. It's really a great way to convince adults that while you may be looking, you're really thinking.
Call 1-800-722-TEENS to find out how to make your community a safer place for everyone. Get involved. Get the number and call. 1-800-722-TEENS. A public service message from the Crime Prevention Coalition of America, the U.S. Department of Justice, and the Ad Council.
Evening, folks. I'm Vince.
And I'm Larry. We're the crash test dummies.
We'd like to entertain you with a little song. Only one thing.
We can't sing, but we're here with someone who can, with a song for the little ones. Ray?
Mr. Charles?
On the big highway of life, there's only one safe place for kids.
Backseat, baby.
The front seat's not the place to drop out.
Baby.
Put that booties in the backseat.
Backseat, baby.
Airbags and kids should never meet. I'm here to remind you to put them behind you.
Raymundo, do you mind if we try?
Oh, look at here.
Backseat, baby, better buckled in the back.
Backseat, baby.
Baby faces stay intact.
Larry,
wow.
yo, Larry, maybe you should keep your day job.
Ow, that hurts.
Not as much as our day job.
Backseat, baby. You stay alive even when I drive.
You could learn a lot from a dummy. Buckle your kids in the back seat. A message from the Department of Transportation and the Ad Council.
Dear Jim, I just wanted to tell you the things I love so much about you. Like your pasty white belly and how it fits in those tight shirts that my friends think you shouldn't be wearing. I love how you do that thing where you mash 4 slices of bread into a massive ball of dough and stuff it in your mouth. That's so adorable. And what about when you tell those same jokes from reruns that you've seen over and over again? They make me laugh every single time. Other guys play sports or go running or do something outside, but not you. You're different.
Guys, rest assured you will never in your life meet a girl like this.
P.S. I can't wait until we cuddle in front of pro wrestling all day this Saturday. I hear it's a steel cage Texas death match.
Get some exercise. Get up. Get out. A public service message brought to you by the Ad Council and the President's Council on Physical Fitness and Sports.
Yeah, it is the LoveLine. I'm Adam. Yuri, Mike, and Tom are all here from MxPx. Dr. Bruce is here from Loma Linda. He is filling in for Drew for just about another 12 minutes or so, and then it'll be Hello, Dr. Drew come Sunday night. Let's hop back on the phones and see how many of these we can blow through before the night is through. Nadia?
Yeah.
So you're 18. You've had the hiccups for 6 months.
Yep.
All right. What causes the hiccups, Bruce?
Various things. There are metabolic disorders, such as people that have kidney failure, as some of the poisons build up in the system. That can cause hiccups, structural problems. The differential diagnosis, the number of things that can cause it, there are many things.
What did your doctor
Emotional.
say?
Well, I just heard it's spasms of your diaphragm, and he said it could be my diet, just the way I've been breathing. But I mean, if it were my diet, I don't think it'd be lasting 6 months.
Did you have blood work, chest X-ray?
Well, I got into an accident about a month ago, and I had X-rays done. And since then, because when I hit the other car, I couldn't breathe for like 15 seconds. So lately, my hiccups have been hurting me a little bit more. So that's why I'm more concerned about it.
All right, but he wants you to get a GI?
Yeah, they told me to go to a GI. So.
All right, well, go to the GI.
Okay. I also wanted to say something to the band. I don't know, like, I don't listen to you guys, but all I know about, is that you're on Tooth and Nail. But I think that's awesome, like what you guys are doing with your ministry. So.
What are you doing with your ministry?
What do you mean?
Hold on. Nadia?
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Just because they're on Tooth and Nail, like, I don't know, like, where they are at their ministry, like, with their band. But just that's awesome.
Oh, great. Thanks.
Yep.
All right, Nadia.
Thanks.
Good luck with those hiccups.
Thank you.
And by the way, it's bad radio when you call and you say you've been having hiccups for 6 months, but you don't hiccup.
I know. I'm sorry.
All right. Well, if you hiccup, call back, all right?
All right. Will do.
All right. Adriana?
Yes.
You're 20?
Yes.
You're, let's see, you have boyfriend's pager access code, and here's another girl's message.
Yes.
Yeah.
He doesn't know I have his access code.
Who was the other girl?
This girl, well, actually, I just found out her name like 2 weeks ago. She said it was some girl, Caroline.
And what was her page?
At the beginning,
Yeah.
she will be asking him to call him, like, please call me, like, you don't want to talk to me, what's wrong with you, and you'll talk to you, and this and that. That was like, there were the first 3 pages, that's what she said.
Right.
Like, in the 4th page, like, I heard something different. She's all like, hi, sweetheart, this is me. I'm just calling to say that I'm going to talk to you about Saturday, and please call my house. I'm going to talk to you. Okay, sweetheart, I love you, bye.
I'm sure it's nothing. It's probably his sister.
Huh?
My sister calls me sweetheart
I know, but this
when she wants to borrow money.
Is this the only thing that indicates that there's a problem with this guy? I mean,
yeah,
nothing else. He's
Nothing
perfect otherwise.
Uh-huh.
Listen, I just read something in USA Today that said 80% of guys who have pagers cheat.
Uh-huh.
I think there's a much higher incidence of cheating with pagers. I really do. Guys. I don't trust guys with pagers.
Why would he have a voicemail on there too?
Yes,
Listen,
he's cheating.
He's not very smart.
He's cheating.
Oh, he's absolutely cheating.
All right.
So she wants to know what
knows.
she should do. Should she confront
break
him?
up with him? That's it. She heard a bunch of messages. A guy saying, a girl saying, "Hey, sweetheart, what about Saturday night?" I mean, that's it. Plus, the guy's stupid because he gave you the access number. So there's 2 reasons to dump him. Dave?
Yeah.
You're 17.
Yeah.
When you ejaculate, your testicles hurt.
Yeah, and my semen's yellow.
Mm-hmm.
How often do you ejaculate? Every day?
Yeah, it only happens when I have sexual intercourse.
Yeah.
But when I masturbate, it doesn't.
What is that? Some private reserve of sperm that he keeps for the ladies? How does that work? I think I use the same sperm almost every time.
So you're not ejaculating inside the other individual, it sounds like.
No.
No. All right. So yellow means there's some kind of infection, right?
I guess. I don't know.
Well, it can, but you can even have...
Bruce, you all right? Relax there, buddy.
You can even have hematospermia. You can have blood in your semen, and it's not necessarily a sign of anything abnormal.
All right.
At times that can happen. Are you having burning when you urinate? Are you having pain?
No, nothing like that.
All right, well, maybe, here's my hypothesis. It comes out yellow when he's with a woman because he's really exerting himself, and he's pushing, and he's going the extra mile. When he's alone, he's kind of on cruise control, and maybe he's not irritating that part that causes the blood release.
And maybe he's spending a little more time before he has the ejaculation with the woman rather than...
Not one of our callers. They're probably quicker with the woman. All right, so what should he do? Get himself checked out?
Yeah, you should see the physician. He'll do a urinalysis and a rectal exam, check prostate.
Oh.
But at how old? 17? Unlikely that he has a prostate problem.
Dave?
Yeah.
Oh, what's up? You're 17.
Yeah.
Hold on. You idiot, Bruce. Come pick it. Would you get on the ball here? Haley?
Yeah, hi.
All right, you're 17.
Yeah.
All right, you want to know if you can get pregnant from pre-cum.
Yeah, because I already have a 5-month-old son, and I got pregnant on the first time, but he did not come in me, but I got pregnant, and I haven't had my period for about 2 weeks now. Should I go see somebody if I'm pregnant, or can I get pregnant by pre-cum?
Is this the same guy?
No, the father left me when I was pregnant.
All right. He's a wonderful individual. I want to say that first. I wish him all the best in the world. And didn't you learn from your first experience of getting pregnant without the guy having an orgasm?
I didn't think it'd happen again.
Well, yeah, what are the chances if you never see people walk around with more than one kid? That's almost impossible. It's astronomical.
Yeah, I hope the gal from the earlier in the show is listening. That
hey, Haley.
Yeah.
Listen, I feel bad for you, but I swear to Christ,
don't feel bad.
I know I do. I feel bad for me because I got to pay for these kids. But when I'm in charge, you're getting sterilized. I'm gonna look at you as a troublemaker, you goofball. Now you got to start using protection. You already have one kid you can barely take care of. What are you doing? Use your head. Where's your dad? You don't know him, do you?
Oh, yeah, I live with my parents.
You do?
Yeah,
and
my dad's a teacher, and my mother's a priest.
Oh, for Christ's sake. Somebody's done something to you. What happened to you?
Nothing. I was just going out with this guy for about 10
All
months.
right, but now you're having more unprotected sex?
I know.
Okay, listen, if you're pregnant, you got to sell this one. You understand? You can't keep it. You give it up for adoption.
How'd they handle the first one? Anybody come unglued, or were they real supportive?
My parents, they just cried.
All right.
They're going to cry some
Well,
more.
Tell them to get out the Kleenex.
We were going to give the baby up for adoption, but then we decided to keep it.
Okay, well, give this one up for adoption, would you?
I don't know if I could do that.
All right, well, okay, then keep it and screw it up.
Go to family planning.
Do something, would you? I mean, at your rate, you ought to just wait till you get a bunch of them, then you go out to the supermarket, you put them in a box, and nice people come by and they claim them as their own.
There you go.
All right, Screwball, go get yourself checked out. You may be pregnant.
Yeah, okay.
All right, yes, you can get pregnant from pre-cum. Boy, you know what I love about, you know the hallmark of stupidity is not learning from your mistakes.
Yeah.
That is our listeners.
Absolutely.
And I should have learned when you were in here Sunday not to have you back on Monday. But no, I didn't trust my instincts.
Pick on me for today.
All right, we'll take a little break. We'll be back.
LoveLine will be right back.
These are the sounds of today's kids. And these are the voices of today's kids.
Don't underestimate me. I can work harder in school.
Give me a problem that's hard to solve.
Give me tougher work. Give me tougher books. When I solve a tough problem, I'm on top of the world.
Surprised? Don't be. 74% of kids say school should only pass them to the next grade when they've learned what's expected of them.
I'm not afraid to fail.
If I make a mistake, I'll do better next time.
75% of kids say they'd study harder if their schools gave them tougher tests. The fact is, almost all kids want to be challenged in school. So listen to the voices of kids today.
Challenge me.
Challenge me. Challenge me.
Do your part. Support higher academic achievement in your state and challenge our schools to challenge our kids. For a free booklet, call 1-800-38-BE-SMART. A message from the Ad Council and the Education Excellence Partnership.
Taking all that work home?
No, this is my own stuff. I've got a date with a financial planner.
You're only 25. Why are you planning for retirement already?
Hey, I want to be able to choose when I retire and know that I'll be financially secure when I do.
I've heard lots of people call themselves financial planners, but aren't they really trying to get you to invest in their favorite fund? Like they're selling size 20 shoes so everyone gets a hello Bigfoot.
Half this stuff is my bank statements, company insurance policies, tax returns. The planner's going to know a lot about me before recommending anything. The rest is background information I've collected on her and 2 other planners. If she passes tonight's round, she gets my papers.
Securing your financial future is important. You have a right to expect financial advice that's competent, ethical, and based on your needs. To verify that a planner is certified, call toll-free 888-CFP-MARK. A public service of the Certified Financial Planner Board of Standards.
Hey, driving fans! It may have happened to you. You may have heard the roar of the rumble strips, the blast of car and truck horns, and the heart-pounding fear of a near miss. Avoid all the dangerous crash action that comes with falling asleep at the wheel. Experience the amazing power nap. You've never seen power like this before. The Power Nap. Find out what the professional drivers have been doing for years. The Power Nap gives you the energy you need for the road ahead, and it's free. Whether you're driving to the shore with your family, to another city to meet a client, to school across the state, or anywhere there's action. The Power Nap is your ticket to revitalization. Experience the Power Nap at a rest stop near you. Just pull in, find a safe, well-lighted spot to park, turn off the key, and close your eyes. In just 20 to 30 minutes, you'll have the energy you need to drive safely for miles. So don't push it, park it, and feel the power of the Power Nap. A wake-up call to all drivers from the U.S. Department of Transportation and the American Trucking Association.
It's nearly 6 a.m. and we're at a rest stop talking to travelers. Excuse me?
Yes.
Have you ever heard of circadian rhythms?
It's like a Latin band, right?
Not quite. Do you know what circadian rhythms are?
It's when the stars all align and their energy creates...
No. How about you, sir?
Huh?
Circadian rhythms. Exactly. Circadian rhythms tell your body when it should be sleeping as well as when it should be awake.
Huh?
Circadian rhythms are part of our body's internal controls, a kind of built-in clock that tells us when to wake up and when to go to sleep each day. Imagine the danger that comes when we try to drive when our body thinks we should be sleeping, especially at night, early morning, and for many people, mid-afternoon. You really should try to avoid driving during your body's downtimes. If you have to drive when you'd normally be sleeping and you find yourself getting drowsy, stop for a refreshing 20 to 30-minute nap. Now what would you say when I say circadian rhythms?
I'd say, don't push it,
pocket.
Right. A wake-up call from the U.S. Department of Transportation and the American Trucking Associations.
Oh, come on, have a drink.
No thanks.
Just one little drink.
I don't want to.
Chicken, everyone else is.
I said no.
What a nerd. One little drink won't kill you.
You've heard it all before. Be cool. Join the crowd. Have a drink, even though you're not 21.
Let's go. She's no fun.
Make the right choice. Don't give in. Underage drinking is dumb and dangerous.
Look out!
A publication of broadcasters and this station.
Come on, get him! Hit him! Take him out! No, you pop him hard!
What are you doing out there? Listen to me. When he goes up for a shot, you nail him. It's simple.
Kira! Don't let her get past you! Get in her face! Push her! Push that little...
Sports isn't about beating kids down. It's about building them up. What are you teaching your kids about violence? A message from the National Campaign Against Youth Violence and the Ad Council. For more, call 1-800-CHILD-44. Message furnished by the NFL.
All right. Well, there you go. Another fabulous LoveLine week, mercifully put in the ground. I want to thank MxPx for coming here tonight.
I want to thank my fans for listening in this week.
Bruce, please. I want to thank Dr. Bruce. Bruce comes in here. He drives 200 miles at 150 miles an hour to get here. He's a disheveled mess, but I love the guy. What can I say? I know I pick on him. I'm a little tough on him, but it's a lot like the coach whose son is on the Pee Wee football team. You know, he's extra tough on him because he has to, because he loves him.
I knew you felt that way about me.
All right, good. So I want to thank Bruce for filling in for Drew all week. Drew will be back next week, and thanks again, Bruce. I want to thank Danielle for doing a great job on the phones and helping out all week, and of course Anderson for pushing all the buttons at the right time. And until next time, this is Adam Kroll for Dr. Bruce, saying mahalo.
Oh, kiss it.
Well, now.
This has been LoveLine. The stuff expressed on LoveLine is not necessarily the stuff of the staff, management, sponsors, or anyone else, including Westwood One Entertainment. LoveLine is produced by Ann Wilkins Ingold. Now, please enjoy these birds.